a Space Engineers Salvage and Survival. I'm going to go ahead and verify that this actually went through because this is the second attempt at getting this stream going, and it looks like we're good. Outstanding. Alright, so we're going to change up a few things in this episode. Our objectives are going to be slightly different. One of the things I want to do is we are going to be leaving this asteroid. I think we're going to go for a lunar base, so we need to clear out as much as possible out of here. And we have this down here. We need to get this lander in place and set up. Okay, looks like the scimitar's on the move, guys. Got a mining hauler out there that kills satellite. Okay, the scimitar's moving. I don't know what's going on. We need to clear out some of our GPSs here, so we're gonna clear this out. Salvage 11. I'm gonna blank out these things so we can focus entirely on danger zones. Looks like we got a torpedo corvette. We're boxed in, guys. Alright, let's get that Rhino assault drone moving. So I want to get them to be following the Lupus. So let's go ahead and open up the terminal for that one, and we're going to go to remote control, and we're going to try to see, let's see. I want it to follow us, so let's go ahead and go with set a patrol. Well, it doesn't. Oh man. Maybe we can circle. Yeah, see, it doesn't give us our actual, like. I don't see Lupus on here. We might have to throw a. Do we have an AI block on that one? We do. Wait. All right. That's perfect. All right, let's do it. Basic task block. Okay, we're set to follow home. Okay, cool. And let's set up this one as home. And we're going to go minimum range. We're going to go out to 129 meters, maximum range 850, wander when idle. And we're going to set the AI behavior in place. Now we should be able to, it should do its defensive. Alright, cool. Yeah, see, there's the assault drone. It's going to wander around. It's going to do its patrol pattern. That's good. Looks like we got... Uh-oh, looks like we got a Slayer inbound. Oh, crap. Okay, it looks like we got some fighting going on here. We got a Slayer inbound with an AI block. Oh, that's... yeah, okay. Well, this just got interesting. Let's rotate the Lupus in place. It's inbound pretty fast. I think we might want to head to the moon. Alright, let's see here. Why are we not moving? Oh, because... No? Why are we not... We don't have power? Why do we not have power? What's going on here? What is going on? Okay, why are our main... Where are thrusters not thrustering? Why are we not able to move, guys? Okay, hydrogen engines are on. Yeah, we've got multiple... We got multiple web. Yep. Looks like it's game on. Rotating in place, angling down. I want to present the upper part. Open up. Let them have it, guys. Maximum firepower. Light them up. There we go. Good shot, good shot. Take it out, take it out, take it out. Get that. Port side guns, port side guns. Let's get this, Where's my assault cannon? I need to get my assault cannon up and live because we're gonna be kicking some butt here. Oh wait, artillery, we'll do that. Alright, where's target? Rotate. Bring all the batteries online. Okay, we have, looks like enemies inbound on this side here. Looks like the web is sending us another fighter. Lead. There he is. Main guns can't reach him. He's moving too fast. Yeah, too far out. Okay, come on. Come on. I see you. Main cannon. Come on, he's coming around. Ah, I keep pushing that button. It's not... Oh, out of ammo. All right. Let's go with... Okay, we're taking it up. Elevate, rotate. All guns, open fire. Come on, guys. Where's my drone? Come on, where are we at? Target, oh, left. Looks like target is right there. Oh no. Come on. Bring us in. Alright, come on. Ah, out of ammo. Are you kidding me? Alright. Light him up. We got him. He's on fire. He's burning. He's down. Alright, good job, guys. Bring it to bear. There we are. Oh yeah, that he's breaking up. Teach the web to go after us. Alright. I want to get onto the GAT here and see. Yeah, he's adrift. He's toast. Outstanding. This is good. Great way to start the day. Saw them off really good. That's the best thing possible. Alright, we're gonna switch since we need to think about what we're gonna do as far as salvage. So I'm gonna change these GATs over to targeting. Oh, they are already set for weapons. Okay, good. Alright, looks like we got a kill satellite inbound. The scimitar's out lurking around. Must have gotten repaired. And, oh man, look at the debris flying out there, guys. Look at that. We kicked their butt. Okay, oh crap. We took some hits though, guys. Whoa. Yeah, we took some damage. Looks like the rocket launchers hit. Looks like our fighter's taking some hits, but otherwise we're actually surprisingly doing well. Alright, so here's the mission. We're going to the moon, guys, and that's essentially what's going to happen here. So what we're going to do is we're going to salvage everything we can off the asteroid, and then we're going to go to the moon. So we need oxygen right now, though, so we need to get to the survival kit. because our O2 is not good at the moment. So, oh wait, that's right. Survival kit is only for crap. All right. Well, guess what we're doing, guys? We're gonna seal up this area. Get this section sealed up so we can get some. All right, there we go. Now we got some oxygen. Outstanding. I knew we could pull it off. All right. Now that we got the oxygen in play, let's see here. What do we got? Looks like we got a hydrogen in here. We need to get the oxygen loaded up. I need access to a... Okay, with this conveyoring, maybe we can get to the H2O2 gen. Oh wait, no. We can actually go back to engineering and get that. Alright, let's seal this area off here. Looks like, for now, looks like they're easing off. Looks like the pirates are staying back. The web did their attack, and we're good to go, guys. So that's what we're all about here. So somewhere down here, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot we have this down here too. Alright, so let's, yeah, we got all those stupid things. Let's see here. I need to see, where is my H2O2 gen in this beast? It's been a spell since we've been in here. Oh, that looks like oxygen right there. So that goes into the piping, goes over here to the vent. Oh, well, actually, we could probably use, even though we can't take and use a survival kit for anything, really, we can use it to get to the oxygen tank. So let's do that. Now, the tricky part is going from orbit to surface. So, and we're going to need to land our ship to, there's the generators. Where is that considered a, oh, it is considered a small oxygen tank, isn't it? There we are. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that in there. Alright, now we got O2. Alright, good news. O2 is a thing now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use this access panel here to go down and collect the stuff from our area down here. Where was it? It's right here. Okay, so we've got all this steel down here. Let's see here. Do we have anything else of significant salvage value? Yeah, we have this. Okay, so in the Scrapyard theme, we do have to salvage various things that we need. So we're going to go ahead and tear this entire thing down. That's the plan. So we're going to salvage that. We're also going to salvage these solar panels. Let's see here. There you are. So what we'll do is we have a control thing here. We're building this platform here. This is going to be like a mobile base that we're going to drop down. But you know what I was thinking? This is basically all a bunch of salvage materials. We've got basically all the essential equipment we need to set up a good base. So my thought is this: instead of doing something like this where we have a already prefab base, I think we're gonna build our own base, like an actual base from scratch. So what I want to do is actually, we're gonna leave this alone as it is, I think, maybe, or yeah, and we're gonna run like solar panels across the top here, and we'll just use these materials and break it down. So the only thing we can't do anything with, of course, obviously, is going to be the difficulty of the difficulty of trying to get the batteries. You know, things that the battery is the only thing that you can't like grind down, move, and rebuild. And so that's the one that's going to be the trickiest. But I really liked the idea of having a prefab base that you just drop down. But I feel like this is kind of like not exactly what I want to do on this episode and in this series. So we're going to change gears completely. So we're going to drop this right here. It doesn't really matter because this essentially is... Oh wait, I forgot. Daggone it. I was cleaning up some stuff, and I was still in, doggone it, I was still in the admin mode, so we're going to clear that out. Let's check to see what our statuses are. Okay, we're still across the board. That's good. All right, cool. Now I can actually properly put this here. Good thing I didn't try to build anything. All right, there we go. We got all this in place. That's good. All right, we're going to get the solar panels up here. We have materials enough to do that. We're going to run the solar panels right across the top here. We have this here in place. And do we have canvases in it? That is the question. Because we're still going to drop it onto the surface of the moon. And then we'll follow down with our flyer. Because I don't know that the Lupus could handle a landing, but we could try. We're going to have to, but I'd like to have a landing platform in play. Okay, we need canvases. Because I don't know that it'll survive an impact. It might, but I don't know. I want to get this thing up and running before any of these pirates start getting any ideas. I don't see our nemesis from doing what it does. So I think that once we get this in place, we can be able to really work on building our lunar base. And I know I'm burning up here, and that's okay. We'll deal with it, you know. We'll fix all this. This will be fine. Ion drives in the moon, I don't know. I don't think it goes very well, so we may have to change this up. Go with a little more hydrogen. I don't know. Oh, crap. You know what I just realized? We're going to need to turn off the hydrogen so we can be okay, so. And we got a lot of work yet to do on the Lupus. I mean, let's face it. Her bridge is battered, and we've got a temporary bridge in place. She's been beaten badly with all this stuff. So, yeah, we've got a lot of work to do on her as it is. So let's go ahead and turn off the hydrogen thrusters. That way we can conserve our hydrogen and reduce the flow. I also have hydrogen right next to these missiles, and we don't really want that. So, all right, let's go back down here and get more solar panels that we can stick up there. And then we'll drag off as much of this material as we can and fill up this thing. Now, on the rules I want to put in place, by the way, you'll notice we have an exposure level. I do have radiation in play. That's going to be a concern for us moving forward. We also have food considerations because we have hunger due to the new update, the Apex Predator update. For those of you that follow my streams, you will have seen that I introduced this update to the Escape from Pertam mini-series I'm working on. And you got to see a little bit of how that works. As I mentioned then, we are doing this on all of the survival series for the Pixie Rain channel. So yeah, I am big on survival, as you guys probably have already seen and figured out. I love my survival, and that's what it's all about. There was a question asking me, someone asked me the other day on one of the streams that do I do any kind of just building? Yes, I do. However, what I build is revolving around my survival. So, and I'm doing this because we'll have our solar panels in place for the drop, but also means that we'll have energy that'll immediately start, you know, charging up things if need be, and so on and so forth. Basically what's going to happen, I'll answer the question in just a second. I want to mention that what we're going to do, the plan here is to get this thing fortified and then drop it down to the planet surface. So I want to get as much materials as possible here and have surface to orbit capability. And the reason why I want to do that, everyone, is because I have this really funny feeling regarding jetpacks, okay? Some of my series, I do jetpack around on a planet because I'm trying to play without my little rule. But you know what? It's more and more getting like I want to just stick with my route. And my routes say that jetpacks are basically MMU units. And for those of you that aren't familiar with space terminology, an MMU unit is basically a mobile maneuvering unit used by astronauts in space, we're talking real life here, that move them around when they're EVA. Such a backpack would not function in a gravity well because it utilizes jets of hydrogen. I have always felt like the jetpacks used in Space Engineers, I don't know, I'm kind of weird. Nobody's done a mod that I know of that works for console or even on a PC that prevents it from your backpacks from being used on planets. So anything with a gravity well, no backpack, because you wouldn't be able to do that at all. You wouldn't have enough thrust off of a MMU unit to lift you out of a gravity well of any significant amount. Even when Neil Armstrong was on the moon, you could not use a MMU because the moon has a level of gravity. So that being said, one of the reasons why I use this asteroid too is because I almost always like to have that rule where you cannot use a jetpack in a gravity well, which is why I have that 0.5 rule where once it's 0.5, I can't use the jetpack. It doesn't mean I'm able to I can't, game mechanics wise, because I absolutely can, because I don't have a mod that can make the gravity well cut it out. So those of you out there that are modders and you would like to make a mod that would make Pixie Rain and probably a few people very happy, set up a mod so that instead of it killing the jetpack in space, which I've seen, or killing the jetpack for the entire thing, a mod that only kills it when it's in a gravity well. So that's why I'm doing all this hard work on this pod, because I want it to be able to be set so that when we land on the moon, we're not going to have to worry. You see? So basically what we're going to do right here is we're going to completely enclose this thing all the way around, just completely enclose it in steel, and actually, yeah. Now, I want to see about giving the Lupus a solar panel. I think the Lupus needs some solar panels. I would like to be able to have her set up so that she can be a little bit more self-sufficient that way, but I don't know. The other thing is I also want to make sure that I can, let's see, there's a landing gear there, there's landing gear there, okay, good. So she can actually land, but we need to make sure that she's got enough thrust to do it, which means we're going to need to have another thruster here for downward thrust before we think about dropping her down to the surface. We need to replace this thruster, and that's going to be hard because the salvage rules. Now this hydrogen tank, I would like to get it down in here. I'm thinking perhaps I should put it right inside here. So let's see. Yeah, I think it would be a good spot to put it right there. So let's see if we can do that. I mean, we're going to take, this is basically like one big giant, I mean, we have the battery packs right here. So I'm thinking we'll leave the batteries on here, and wherever this lands, this will be our location. We'll just, we're going to make it not mobile, and we'll turn it into a station once it stops moving, but we have to make sure it's level. And that's going to be the tricky part. I don't know how I'm going to level it out when we land. We got to make sure we land somewhere that's good and level. Well, you know what we could do when we land, wherever we land, we set it up level, and then we make sure it's going to be elevated above the ground anyway, so we could probably merge block the batteries into whatever we do wherever we land it. So we want to make sure we're over. Ah, man, it's going to be so tricky, guys. I don't know how we're going to do it. We'll probably have to use... Uh-oh. So, meteors, different now. They don't leave... I heard a rumor, so I haven't seen it. So, when we... Uh-oh. We got a mining hauler inbound. Okay, why is that thing being so... Wow. Okay. We're not going to go after it. We're going to finish what we're doing. I'm yap talking too much. We got to get moving. I don't know when the pirate... We want to get down on the surface of the moon before that warship shows up. So let's go ahead and get some more of this done. You know, do I have an actual grinder that's faster than this? I'm pretty sure we do. I'm glad to see the assault drone is out here doing its job. Let's go up here and take a look at the Rhino. Hey, Rhino, we're coming over to take a look at you and make sure you're doing okay here. Let's see. Are you... Oh, you took a hit. Oh, man. Yep, you're not doing so good, guy. Let's get you fixed up, okay? Yeah, you did good, though. You did good. You fought hard. Looks like you... Yeah, Looks like he lost some armor plates on the side here. Took some hits. But he's a tough cookie, this one. He just really is, like, brutal. Alright. Let's see, your AI damaged at all? Let's see here. Let's access your stuff here. Let's take a look and see anything. What's not working here? Let's see. Gatlin, Ion. Hey, everything else is up and running. Outstanding. Great. Well, I'm going to go get some supplies. Let's see. We'll come out and fix you and get you back on the patrol pattern. We need to get our CAP up. For those of you who don't know, CAP is Combat Air Patrol. I know a lot of you guys are familiar with all that terminology, I get it, but every so often I get somebody who's like, what is that? And I'm like, okay, well, let's tell you what it is. Okay, so the bulk of this stuff here I want to take down to the lower level as well. Down to the landing, but for right now, we need supplies to fix the Rhino. Now the Rhino's going to stay up in orbit because I'm not going to be... I don't believe it's going to handle the ion... I mean the gravity of the moon very well. I found that ion just doesn't really work well. Okay, we got ion drive stuff. Let's see here, what else we got? We're going to need one of those. I think we need grids. Probably going to need a couple of those. 10 of those. Get that up there too. That there. And then let's see, I think that's about it. We should be okay with all that, so let's go ahead and fix him. Alright, Rhino, let's go get you fixed and get you back to duty. Making sure those guys aren't bothering. I think the Rhino actually took out one of those web fighters all on his own. I'm pretty sure he did. Easy, what are you targeting down there, man? I was gonna say, there for a second, I thought for a second he saw something. He was like, okay, we're taking it out now. I'm like, dude, what's going on? Alright, so, oh, you know what we're gonna do? Okay, this is crazy, but what we're gonna do is we're actually going to, I wanna, let's see, we're not gonna do orange. Let's do white. No, we'll use green. This green gray. And then we're gonna make we're gonna go with War-Torn. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is from here on out when we're repairing him, I want to use War-Torn and a different color. That way he can show he's been battle ready and he's taken them on, you see? So let's do that. Alright.
Energy critical.
Oh, good gravy. Really? Is that what we're doing today? Energy critical. Alright, so let's see here. Oh wait, I think there was guns on there actually in the original design. Yeah, because look, there's a Gatling gun right there. I'm pretty sure there was a Gatling gun right in here. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a Gatling gun there if I remember correctly. Well, let's get your weapons back, man. He shot your weapon off. That's not cool. I mean, that's just messed up, dude. They blew your weapon away. I gotcha. I gotcha. Oops, wrong spot. You know what? In keeping with the theme of all this, we're going to change your Gatling gun to this one. Yeah, there you go. Got you a Gatling gun on either side again. This thing is a beast. There we go. Alright, let's get this loaded up, and then we'll go ahead and get you covered up. And we're going to change this one here, actually. And we're going to go with, let's go with a heavy armor.
No
Oh.
energy.
Oh, no. No, no, no. I wasn't paying attention. Where's the lupus? We need energy. We need energy. Oh my gosh, I cannot be doing the...
Low.
I know, sweet lady, I know. We're barely made it. Okay, so, we're gonna get... I can't believe I wasn't paying attention to that, guys. Oh my goodness. Alright. Okay. Alright, we're gonna, we can't really get our life together like that. Yeah, we need an oxygenated environment to get our life up. So we're gonna, oh wow. We're really suffering from a lot of radiation exposure since the sun. Yeah, that's the thing about the radiation, it's a thing. Alright, so let's, actually, you know what? Let's go to the other side, going through the airlock. That's its point and purpose. And let's get some oxygen, and we're going to kind of get rid of this situation here. Close that up. Alright, we have a high oxygen environment, which means, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be losing our exposure level and gaining some life. Okay, so let me tell you guys this, with this new update and the way things change around here in survival, your radiation levels will go down and you are protected from the sun's radiation if you are in an airtight, pressurized environment. That's what it'll do. Now, one thing I've noticed with a few of the streamers that are out there, when they were doing the updates, you know, like, hey, this is all about the update thing, which I know, you guys, I don't do those big update things like everybody else seems to do, because I figure everybody else is doing it. I figure you guys would like to see practical applications of our new updates, which is exactly why I do what I do. Why is that getting closer? Oh, it's just a mining hauler. So here's the thing. When I watched a few of them, and they got a couple things not quite right, and some of them quite right. It just depends upon who you were listening to, who you're watching. Regarding the exposure of radiation, okay? You get exposure radiation from leaking reactors, which is brutal. I did that on a personal play, because I play the game not just on my stream with you guys, but I also play on my own. It's kind of my way of relaxing a little bit, and I've got some playthroughs, which I'll turn into streams for you guys later. But so regarding the exposure from the sun, solar radiation, all you have to do is be in the shade, and you will no longer be exposed. That's the thing. And I really like this sun exposure because it's very realistic. For those of you who aren't aware, when you are in space, there's no atmosphere to protect you except the suit you're wearing. Okay? I like this because this indicates that in Space Engineers, your suit is not radiation protected. It is simply protected for pressure and oxygen. Why do we have a second thing? Oh, Scimitar's coming back. Of course you are. Alright guys, we gotta move. Scimitar is back and going to be causing us problems. How fun is that? Hopefully this knucklehead does not engage us, because I am definitely not prepared for that. Let's go ahead and get the Rhino finished up. I have to finish it up because, well, we're gonna need his help. With that Scimitar closing in, hopefully the Scimitar does not get too terribly interested, but it is closing slowly, so I was hoping maybe it dropped off there because the web attacked it and destroyed it. That would be great. I would be like, okay, cool. No more bad guy. But no. No, we wouldn't get so fortunate, would we? Because clearly he's back. So let's get this armor plated up here. And then we're gonna go with something like this. I just want to get some sort of protection over it, so I don't want to have it be like, oh look, here's a gun, let's blow it away, I want to be able to have it set up, and we are getting sun exposure here while we're doing this, but that's okay. Man, that mining hauler, it is hauling, like literally hauling. That's insane. Good gravy, that thing's flying fast. But I don't know. I don't know that all of his buddies are in the area. All right, we need pipes and we need some grids. All right, let's go ahead and get. Okay, let's. We're gonna get this stuff across here. Got to get the armor plating back on the Rhino so that we can go back to kicking butt. Which is what the Rhino does. And it does it well. Alright, get that in place there. Okay. Okay, where's it at? Okay, it's 15 clicks and closing. Alright, let's head back down to the scimitar, or not scimitar, I got scimitar on my mind. Let's head back to the lupus. And let's see about getting some more materials. Oh, I'm going to be so angry if that thing attacks me right now, because we are definitely not ready. I've already decided that if the scimitar decides to attack, we're going to get in position over the moon, wherever it is, and we're going to drop. Which reminds me, we need to get... let's get those out of here. Actually, I don't want all of them. I just want 5 of them. And I think also we might want to put a parachute hatch up above here, if we can. Okay, we're going to get those. We need a set of those. Alright, and then I am going to drop these off in here, and we're going to grab, let's see here, we're going to grab all of these, or as many of those. After we get done with the Rhino, we're going to load up the cargo containers in there. I want to be able to get this up there. I'm still trying to formulate, okay, she's staying 14 meters away. Okay, she's leaving. Okay, the scimitar is not coming over to us. It's staying out that way. Good. Stay out there. Don't come anywhere near me right now. We're not ready for you yet. I don't think we'll ever be ready for that, but okay. We're going to do it anyway. Alright, let's get this done. She's battle tested. Oh, I like this. Let's get the light on so we can see. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We still got to get some more. Still got some more armor plating in the front to do. But here's the thing. She's got so many weapon systems. That's, here's the thing. When you're making a drone to defend, okay? A couple things you want to bear in mind. One, you're going to get hit. It's going to happen. The enemy drones will fight back. But here's the thing, and this is the thing you got to remember, is that they're going to attack in a certain fashion. They're going to go after like weapon systems, power locations. You got to bury those. Control systems. They've got an algorithm in place that's designed to make them hit certain things. So as long as you armor those areas up, you'll be fine. Your drone will just kick butt, which is exactly what ours did. So let's go ahead and get that in place. I like to armor up the front. Now, I like the Rhino to be the kind of enemy that does massed firepower in a circle or hit and run, but I prefer I armor up the front so the Rhino can just beat the crap out of whatever it's fighting. I mean, come on. It's a brute. This one is like designed to beat the junk out of everything. And that's good. That's his job, is to protect us at the Lupus. Uh-oh. Okay. Every time I see that stupid hauler, it makes me think that there's something coming up at me. Alright, so it looks like we're good to go. We just need to get some protection across this one here, which we'll do right now. Alright. Okay, I think we're pretty protected. I think this is pretty armored up, repaired, ready to go. She's ready for business. Let's do it. She's looking good. All right. Okay, Mr. Rhino. He. I think we're gonna call him a he. All right, Mr. Rhino. I need to figure out where I can access you to be able to do your thing. Guess we'll do it down here. Okay. Okay, so let's get you back up and running. And one of the things we need to do is we need to get your brand new Gatling guns tied in with your offensive controllers. Multiple ammo, yes we do. Multiple blah blah, okay. Alright, available weapons. We need, okay, looks like we really need to like, okay. There we go. All weapons in place. Good to go. Let's take a look at your inventory of... Oh, wow. You're really shy on ammo. You're down to 2. Alright, we need to definitely... And it looks like you're low on uranium, so we need to recharge you on weapons and uranium. No problem. We're not going to activate you yet. Let's go get a resupply. Now, I'm going to transfer a bunch of materials down to the drop pod. I'm going to call it a drop pod. I don't really know what I want to call that yet. Mobile base is originally what I had in mind, but yeah, there's a lot more to do here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and drop that in there. And we're going to drop this, and that. And we'll drop, because all these materials we're dropping are all going to be useful for construction and stuff like that. I'm still trying to decide on how I want to do the whole, that should transfer over to the, yep, there we go. And then let's go ahead and, just in case we have to do an emergency, really fast, drop of this because things get hairy and nasty and we just got to get it out of there. Let's go ahead and get this parachute set up. We're going to go with anyone can use auto deploy, and we're actually going to have it auto deploy at yeah, we'll just, well, there's no, I don't know that it'll even work on the moon. That's what I'm afraid of. There's no oxygen on the moon, so I am not entirely sure if this will work. So it's going to be interesting, but we'll do a deploy height of 1,000 meters. I don't really know. I don't know that it'll work, but hopefully once we armor up these feet, it'll work landing-wise. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. Could just get damaged on impact. I don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see. We're looking at energy. We've got oxygen issues. Probably going to have to eat soon. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to go over here and hopefully nothing attacks and tries to kill us while we're up here. If so, then of course the Lupus will beat the crap out of them. Alright, looks like the only thing we got a kill satellite moving away fast. Looks like the torpedo corvette is activating homing beacons and high alert, which probably means that we might get drone attacks. So yeah, fun times. All right, I'm gonna take a second while we're getting charged up, and I'll be right back. Mother Nature is calling me, and I need to take care of some business. Be right back, guys. Hang tight. Guys, we're back. Thank you so much for being patient. That's what happens when you have a couple of cups of coffee, and I'm still working on one already, so yeah, that's how it goes. Alright, so let's see here. This has worked out pretty good. Let's see here. Alright, Alright, let's get back to work. Okay, so we need to get a reload for the weapon systems on board our plucky little Rhino defense drone. Looks like you need... We'll get him 10 of these. Let's get him 30 rounds of ammo. We'll grab another one of these just on the off chance. Oh, wait. We can't. We need to get some... let's see. Do we have any... Okay, where do we have reactor fuel? I know we got reactor fuel in here somewhere. Where is the reactor fuel? Are we low on reactor fuel? Oh, wow. Okay, here we are. Let's go ahead and get him... we don't need huge amounts, but maybe 35. Okay, cool. That'll fuel him for a long time. Where are you at? Ah, there you are. Alright, Rhino, we got you. We got you. We're gonna set you up. Alright, now I don't know if you've got enough thrust to handle the moon. We may have to, like, set him up with another row of thrusters before we I should do a lunar version. Meanwhile, but right now, let's get you geared up and ready to go. Alright, so let's arm that. Oh wait, okay, well, looks like we're gonna have to go in here first and then we'll have to change it up. Okay. Okay, that should be transferring out there. Get that. That should transfer into another spot. I think there's a small cargo container here. How do we get... I thought we linked it all up. Alright, let's this connector's supposed to connect with the reactor. Alright, let's do this. Alright, there we go. Alright, cool. Okay, the small cargo containers don't line up. Okay. Nope. Okay. So that does not fuel the guns. Well, that's weird. Huh. Well, let's get the rockets in place at least. That's interesting. I thought for sure we had the, how did we... Okay, I thought for sure. Alright, let's see. Can we fit another? Yeah, okay, good. I want maximum loadout for, because if the scimitar wanders its way over here, is already it's looking at 1250. See, it's closing in again. I think it's circling like a shark. We need to get access to these things. Where is the cargo pods on here that we can load up our weapon systems? Because we need to be able to freaking hell. I don't remember where the ammo loading spot is on these things. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go in through this weapon here. First of all, we're going to load you. And we're going to load you. And then hopefully, yep, we can load the magazines through the gun here. Good. Full magazine loadout for you. Get you there. Alright, cool beans. Alright, now we can reattach this. Alright, sealed up. You're loaded, you're ready to kick some butt. So let's do this. Alright, so let's go ahead and go back here, and we'll go to your, let's go to flight. Looks like AI behavior, collision avoidance is on, basic task. Follow home. Ah, nets. You know what we want? No, I don't want a quick load. I need to get in here and activate your defensive thing. I should have done that first. I don't want to have to. I could go through a remote, but screw it. Alright, now your AI behavior's on, and now I can zoom over here and get back to work here. Oh wait, actually, yeah, we want to find a better grinder, because I want to get as much of that material as we can, and we need to get it installed in here, so I want my best tools for that. Oh yeah, that's the other thing we were going to do. We were going to put the, how in the hell? Well, we wouldn't be able to fit the hydrogen tank in here. So that large hydrogen tank is definitely something that's going to have to be carried down. Maybe dropped. I don't know. Yeah, scimitar's getting closer every pass. It's like a shark circling. I swear. Alright, so let's see here. We're running really low on ammo. That is definitely something we need to work on. So let's get some ammo fabrication going on here too, but we also need to get our tools. So let's see here. Do we have any tools? Where do we have tools in here? Do we have anything in here? Nope. Those are all. You know, we do have we have GAT, we have missiles, but we don't have any of the other. Wait a minute. We got all this autocannon ammo. Why isn't it being transferred to the autocannons? There must be some sort of break in it. I'm going to grab it. Grab a bunch of it. We're going to go inside and we'll manually load. We'll manually load some stuff. We'll fix you. Give you a... Yeah, we need to do some repairs on our guns too. But no, I think we need to manually load some sort of like main magazine in here. I think there is one centrally. Up in here, I believe. That is our magazine right here. And we have artillery shells, but yet there's no... It's not feeding to the artillery. I don't know why. And it looks like it's not even feeding to the main guns either. Apparently we have a conveyoring problem around here somewhere. Probably some sort of external damage would be my guess. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Always something to work on around here, I swear. Alright, let's try to find some tools here. We might have to go... Oh, here we go. I'll take that and that. Okay, cool. We'll have to consolidate our materials at some point. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that and that. We don't really need this hand drill, because, yeah, well, that's the thing. Oxygen levels, we need to fix our oxygen situation, so back to the engineering we go, which is vented to space, because, you know, we're just that way. Alright, let's go ahead and go here, and let's go to this. Oh wait, nope. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna go, let's go OX. Oh, not gonna work. Okay. Let's go OXY. There we go. We got some armory, but I want to go directly to the oxygen tank and get a direct line of that. Okay, cool. Burning through a lot of oxygen, by the way. That's pretty crazy, but it's just how it is. We can't get access to that. So something is blocking our conveying through here. I don't... Oh, wait a minute. Is that... No? Yeah, there's something messed up with the conveying on this ship. Somewhere, somehow, we have a conveyor problem. And I don't know where it is, unless, no, that's not it. I am not sure. We're gonna have to overhaul the Lupus, honestly. We're gonna have to tear her down and figure out where the deficiency in conveying is. I swear, this ship is like gonna be Patchwork City. I mean, it's gonna be, oh my gosh. Alright. Well, we have better tools, and that means we can get down here and start grinding and start welding some stuff. And, okay. Well, it's 9 kilometers away, so generally speaking, drones aren't really gonna probably attack us. Oh, but we might have a problem if they do, because we can't get ammo to our weapon systems. Ah, okay, that's a thing. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What if the problem is the guns themselves? What if they don't have, let's see. No, they got automatic push-pull. And they're on. That's weird. But why is it not? It says idle movement's on. But yet I got no movement. What in the world is going on here? Why are my guns not idle moving? They're just like stuck in position. Those other ones are, but my main cannons aren't. Why? What the hell is going on? They have power. Okay, I don't understand this. This doesn't make any sense. They've got power. They've got conveying. So why is it not working that way? What is the deal? I don't know. It's like it's chosen not to be active. Like, what in the... No ammunition. But how? Why is there no ammunition? I don't understand what the deal is, but our weapon systems are down to GATs. Our main weapon systems aren't even working, and I don't understand why. Okay. Well, we'll have to just live with what we got going on right now. Let's get the grids set up while we're exposed to sunlight. Let's get all this stuff done first. Time enough to deal with that once we get all this material out of here. Now, I'm trying to decide how I want to do the salvage aspect of it. Lately with my streams with salvage, I've been working off of a no component assembler type of situation. And I like that, I really do, but I also like the idea of, this is Scrapyard, so we should be able to get materials get the actual equipment, you see. So what I'm thinking for this series is that, of course. I'm thinking for this series we'll continue with the Scrapyard theme, which is basically what we've always been doing, is Scrapyard theme with this, because hence it's Scrapyard Pirate's Life. And I say it's Scrapyard Pirate's Life because we pretty much scrap everybody's stuff. I mean, I suppose we could work out an arrangement with somebody, but that's generally not what we do because we're not like that, but, you know. Alright, let's go ahead and get this ground down here. So I'm thinking we need to acquire some stuff. We need to have it. We can build stuff that does, so anything so I'm gonna have, yep, I know. See, look, we don't have any exposure because we're not in the sun. See how the exposure's going down? That's what I'm talking about, guys. And now look, watch, we get out in the sun, and soon it'll be up in exposure again. Yep, see, exposure, because now we're in the sunshine and we're getting that solar radiation at us. Alright, let's get in there and get some charge. So, okay, that scimitar's just getting closer and closer. She's 13 kilometers now. She's getting farther away, but I think she's on a pattern that is going to get her closer, I think. I think she's patrolling now that she's repaired. And she's hunting us, I think. So that's another reason why I want to end up on the moon. It's going to make, we'll have the moon to our back. We can have an installation. And one of our goals was to make a base. And I think that's perfect. At one point, we were going to go on the moon. And then I got sidetracked, decided to go for an asteroid because of my whole, you know, thing about the whole, you know, backpack thing. But then I realized, you know what? We'll just make a ground vehicle too. And a space to orbit shuttle. And we can also just bring down the Lupus. I'm thinking wherever we go, though, we want to make sure that there's ice. So a fly around would be good. I wish we could see where the ores are before we set up our base, but, you know. Ideally, we'd find a place with some ore available, and then we make a grinder or a standalone drill that would grind up our ores. So I like the idea of having your basic stuff being built by these survival kit. I like that. And I like the fact that you could use an assembler to build tools, equipment. You know what? We're going to make a whole thing of this. You know what? Nope. I'm not going to give in. I want to give in and go on a tangent and write the rules. But basically, yeah. Total salvage rule. So let's go ahead and continue to get some more of our materials here while we're at it. So that's the plan with Scrapyard Pirate's Life, but we do have the added issue of an entirely hostile environment to deal with in space. Now, nice thing is on the moon there's no weather, so we don't have to worry about the issues of weather. However, if we land on the Earth-like planet, we will. Now, I have also taken steps to change up a little bit of the situation. Oh, look, yeah, ore. Go figure. Not going to do it by hand, though.
Inventory full.
Alright, cool beans. We've got some good stuff. How's the rhino doing? You doing okay up there? Oh yeah, he's on patrol. He's doing his job. Outstanding. Feel like, wait a minute. If he's gone, who's doing the... Oh, we should get that drill and slap it on the front of the Lupus and do some serious drill work. But unfortunately, to do that would require us to... Let's see. Would require us to fix the conveying system. But it would be worthwhile to get some ice into the large cargo container and start the process of filling up our hydrogen tanks more. That would be really good. We could probably hook it directly into this conveyor line here, but there's the problem. I don't understand what the conveying problem is in this thing. Very frustrating. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll get it down to the surface and get things sorted. Let's go ahead and jump down here and get some more repair work done. All right. Get all this steel plate up. Alright, so, being as how this is not battle damaged, we're going to leave it alone. And we're going to go with this instead. Oh no, we don't want heavy armor, we want light armor. Alright, and let's go ahead and get that in place. And then let's see here. And then we're gonna, oh, well, yeah, we're not gonna be doing that, are we? Because that's in front of it. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, well. Alright, let's just go ahead and we're gonna block this out. The idea being that we just want to seal it up because we're going to tear this thing down anyway. Originally I wanted to make like a mobile drop deal, but I think in this circumstance we just want to get this thing up and running. Oh, parachute hatch, lovely. Okay, weapon system, nice. Alright, let's go ahead and get that in place. We might move the, you know what we might do? We could set up a row across here of half blocks and then set these on the half blocks, which might be a smart way to go, actually. So if we did something like this. Alright, so that's good. That's really good. So that'll allow us to be able to... Because basically this is just to get the salvage supplies down there so that we can build the base. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. We can go through the bottom here. There we go. Now this stuff here, we're going to go ahead and tear this down too. And this will all go into the cargo containers so that we've got plenty of materials. Because like I said, once we get down there, I'm not going to be using my jetpack, so we're going to need to have some flight capabilities and plenty of supplies so we don't have to keep going up into orbit. I'm hoping to bring the Regina down to the surface. If we can get a thruster somehow, that might be the way to do it. I might actually shift one of the aft thrusters into that position just because of this. I don't know though. It seems like it might be more trouble than it's worth, but I don't know. We'll see.
Inventory full.
Okay, inventory full. Alright then. Alright, where are we at? Alright, Lupus is on this side. Okay, let's go ahead and get you up here. Alright, let's go ahead and we're gonna get, because we need to use these things here for this. I mean, I was planning on setting this up so that it would be usable anywhere in any facility, and we may yet do that at some point, but for right now, Okay, so for this stream, the only thing that I am thinking we do not need to salvage is going to be the material, is going to be the, well, it's tricky. We need to have an irrigation system to be able to grow food.
Energy
But in
low.
order to do that, we would have to find it, and since that is new blocks and part of the new Apex system, I think we're going to go ahead and allow for one of those to be able to be built, maybe? Or, well, we got food? Nope. Alright, we're going to have to go eat. Because we're hungry, we're getting down down in the hunger zone there, so let's go ahead and get these as much as possible taken out. Okay, that's crazy thing is gone.
Energy critical.
Yep, I know. Alright, Lupus. Lupus Regina. There we go. Alright, let's get up here. Let's get some, we're going to need some food and some energy. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to get over on the other side, get into the airlock. Uh-oh. Did I leave this open? I did. Really got to set up a timer block so that those doors close automatically. That way we're not wasting oxygen. Alright, what do we got for breakfast? Or for lunch, rather. Okay, nope, no seeds, no seeds. I can't really eat grain. Can't eat raw insect meat. Ah, but we can have a burrito. So looks like today, lunch is a burrito. And it sounds like we got a campfire somewhere too, which is just lovely. Alright, let's go ahead and have a sit down. Alright, and we are going to have our burrito. Oh, I forgot to read what it was. Sorry, guys. Next time, well, read the description for the burrito. Just, he's so hungry. She's so hungry, she wants some food. Alright. This episode, I really want to get that thing torn up, and I want to get our drop pod finished and landed. Okay, every time I see that mining hauler, that thing is just flying. I feel like I want to go down and capture the thing so that we can be able to have a miner. That would work really well. I don't know if it's got enough juice to get out of orbit, but that thing's just, yeah. It might be a way to go. I don't know. It's busy down there, that's for sure. It's getting actually really close. Alright, let's go. We've got our food, we got a full stomach, we got full energy for the suit, we're good to go. Let's get out here and let's do some work. I'm so tempted to go down there. What was that? Something popped up over there, but I don't know what it was. I'm so tempted to run down there and snatch up that mining hauler. I really am. I'm so tempted, but we gotta finish this first, so let's get this done, and then we can think about maybe collecting ourselves a mining hauler, which very well might have more drills on it, which could be very useful. The other goal with this thing, well, I originally wanted it to be like a mobile landing habitat because I wanted to be able to make it pressurized, and it's even more important really to have it be pressurized simply because I was going to actually have a passageway through here, but I don't, you know what, we are going to do a passageway through here. So let's go ahead and set up. We're going to finish this and get this done for sure. We got the refinery in there, which is good. And that's, yeah, okay. All right then, and then we've got, and that is got stuff in it, which is good. We'll drop that in there too. All right, cool. We'll get everything finished in here, get it set up. All right, let's get this done. We get this drop pod done, and then we could drop it on the moon. I really am, I swear, that hauler, we keep getting haulers back and forth. It makes me wonder if there's some sort of like space pirate mining facility nearby or something. So might be something to look into at some point. All right. So we get this thing finished. We're gonna go to the moon. We're gonna get the moon taken care of. We're gonna get our base built on the moon. I have a real good idea of how I want that base to be set up. We need to have a landing platform for the Regina, and we need to have hangar areas for the drone fighters that are gonna protect it. And we're gonna set up a real true scrap base. Now, I know a lot of scrapyard scenarios, a lot of them are all based on like per tam and stuff like that, and that's great, and I very much like that. However, in this system, for this particular series, we originally wanted to do it a certain way, and we got sidetracked with a whole lot of stuff going on, so we're going to get this done. We still got the parts to take on. The web, we still have to figure out where the headquarters is for the web and take that out. But that's all future stuff that we've struggled with. Yeah, I'm not really worried about the meteor storms anymore. I'm kind of, I haven't seen if they actually do leave materials anymore. They used to leave minerals, which was a great way to be able to get some stuff when you're on stuff like Europa, places that don't really have a lot of ores, which is kind of tricky. Okay, it looks like, wow, we literally don't have any bad guys except for that missile frigate over there that's putting out fighters. Boy, that's a real hornet's nest over there with 2 homing beacons and a high alert. It's a good thing we're not anywhere near it right now, because even though the after effects of combat can be kind of nice, you know, even though when we got attacked by the web, their ships, we didn't really do any kind of like salvage ops. But that's okay, because, you know, right now we're just trying to get our old base thing set up. I feel like if we're in the moon, we have the gravity well to additionally protect us, so that's actually really good too. And it's something to think about. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to get this in place. I've decided, originally I was just going to take this thing and be like, you know what? We're just gonna fill it full of stuff and go. But in reality, I feel like I can't just do that. I have to build this thing out to be what I intended, and then we're gonna we'll blueprint it, or at least I will blueprint it, and then we'll be good to go. We're gonna go ahead and we have an idea for that. Now that is gonna be for GATs. So let's go ahead and set across this. Alright, cool. Now we have a hydrogen engine in here as well. All these things, I mean, I want this to be set up so that we can be fully sufficient if we want to be. So in here we have our survival kit, we've got all this stuff. We got a seat. This is our access point here. Let's see. We need to finish off these things here too. We have our refinery in play. Got a walkway out this way. Up here will be sealed up. Get some stuff in place here. I mean, we want to be able to... Now, we need to have a food processor in here as well, which would be really nice to have. That way we have a food processor, and we're going to want some a hydroponic setup as well. So probably set up a second floor here, put the food processor. Well, if we run conveying down to the bottom here and run along here, we could have the grow stuff right up here maybe. Well, we have our little thing there, so... Let's see, do we have any metal left? We do. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. We're going to want to set up a grow facility just to be able to do that, and we're going to want to have an open window concept. So we're going to want to have this area up here is going to need to have open windows so that we can be able to get sunshine down on the grow area. So maybe, actually maybe this should be the grow area right here. So maybe run, let's see, what if we set it up, what do we got? Asset mining hauler, I swear. Okay, so instead of this here being like that, we're gonna actually take this off and we'll put this up here. And we'll do a passageway across here. Okay, actually, okay, we got that area here. We're gonna want to put this control thing out in there at some point. Okay, we got a battery in place there. We got a beacon right there. We got a hydrogen engine there for independent power. We've got another conveyor in here. We got the doorway that comes in from this area here. We need to keep this area completely sealed, so we're going to need to grab another door if we can get one. And then we're going to set this as an air vent full. We need motors. All right, so let's go to work. Let's get this thing done. We're going to get this thing fixed up the way we want it. Honestly, we need to get this done and ready to go. It's more important that we get it set up than trying. I don't want to, you know, I want to be able to do something that looks really good, that works really well. I don't want to do some half-baked idea of something, you know.
Energy critical.
So let's get this thing done and let's get it set up. Let's get it ready to go. We're gonna need some essentials. Oh, suit energy's running low. We'll have to sit down when we get down there. Okay, we're gonna need a bunch of that. We're gonna need a bunch of that. We're gonna need a bunch of that. Let's go and drop that in there and they can process it. We're gonna need a bunch of this. Alright, let's head down. Let's get charged up. We're gonna get this done right, guys. We're gonna do it right, and then I'll put this on the I'll blueprint it at some point once it's completed, and then we'll worry about then we'll get it set up. I don't know if it's gonna drop or not. I don't know how. There's no atmosphere, so I'm thinking we might have to put an ion drive on the side of the thing just to kind of give it some dropping capabilities. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a hydrogen thruster maybe on the bottom. That way it can land and be like land softly and not like badly. I mean, we got room down here where we could put a hydrogen thruster. Kind of similar setup to what we have with the old drop pods. How would we, we'd have to have it somehow set up so that it would be, I don't know, we'd have to run a conveyor line underneath, I think. Which means we'd probably have to set this up, these landing gear, a little further down. But we could do it. We could run a conveyor line down here and then crisscross it with iron, with full blocks, and then have it so that it doesn't stop it from, it slows it. That might be the way to do it. Of course, we could also do like side mounted ones too, like right on the side here, and have, actually that makes a lot more sense because we could run the conveying from here over to here, and then, yeah, then we could have a full block on the side here. It comes down, and right on the outside, just kind of come out this way. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. Yeah. And then how big are the thrusters? Let's see. Oh, wait. Do we have any thrusters? Wait a minute. Thrusters are not computerized chips, are they? Let's see. I'm pretty sure they're not. Let's take a look. Ha! They're not. So we can build them. We don't even have to salvage them. Okay, so let's take a look. Which also means that we can build that other landing one. Alright, so let's see. Well, it would sit down. If we put it right here, it would have the same distance down as the landing gear would. I wonder if recessing it up like this might be more intelligent to do. And then have it just sit up against there like that. Oh yeah, that might work a lot better. Actually, that would look really cool because then we could set it up so that we've got a sorter and do piping to go up that way maybe, or we could just do reinforced conveying. Let's do reinforced conveying. Yeah, I like that. Alright, let's do that. Okay, so let's go over here to the conveying, reinforced conveying tube. We're going to keep it like that. Alright, and we go out one more. Actually, if we do that, it's not going to be airtight. So let's do it the other way so the piping is exposed. That's going to look kind of cool, I think, anyway. Alright, and then right here, we'll angle it down. And then here is where we'll put thrusters. And that'll be like a braking thruster kind of deal. I think that works really well. I'm not going to put that there.
Inventory full.
I'm aware. Because that's where the braking thruster is going to go, so we're going to put this here instead. Alright. And then let's go ahead and get this in place. Alright, this is working out way better than I anticipated. I'm okay with this. This works really nicely. I know I want to try to keep everything in a place like that that's like, you know, everything with a purpose, but I kind of like this idea here. Although I do like the idea of a recessed light or some sort of light sticking out, but we gotta have something that's going to keep it from crashing when there is gravity but no atmosphere. And that's kind of what we're trying to avoid here, guys, is if there's no atmosphere, then parachutes shouldn't be working. So that means we have to have something in place that's going to keep it from falling and crashing, because that defeats the whole purpose of having it be like a mobile base kind of situation. So, alright, there we go. And we probably should do the conduits in gray, actually, so we'll repaint them. There we go. And then here's our other braking thruster here. There we go, like that. Alright, cool. Now we're going to definitely need a gyro, because now we have this situation here. So let's go ahead and throw a gyro, and we can actually put it right here. I don't know that we have a gyro in place, so this is a good spot for it right here. Everything's all snugly and in place and stuff like that, so. Alright, cool. Gyro's in. Let's go ahead and fill it up with everything we've got. Alright, cool beans. I am trying very hard not to utilize any materials that we have inside of the storage in here, because we're going to need those when we land to build the base. And trust me guys, the base I have in mind for facility is going to be really cool. I want to make a major base, nothing, not some small thing, but like a major one, so. I've got plans. Let's see here. Alright, so we've done our go around here, make sure everything's got what we need. I just want to get in here. Okay, we need another door over here too to separate out this area here. Oh, look, we got this. This is, yeah, these displays. Alright, let's get back behind here too. Alright, cool beans. We're good to go that way. We got our drop thrusters there on either side. I feel like I want to do like... I feel like that should not be like that. I feel like this should come out. I feel like it should come out a little bit, so let's see, what does that look like? I feel like, no, that's not right. Oh wait, I got it. Actually, that is right. Like that. That feels like more like what it should be. Because then we've got some support on the side there to hold that in place. So, we'll do the same thing on this side here. Alright, cool beans. We're good to go on that. I like it. Alright, let's go up and get some more materials to do all the little componenty parts. Then we're going to grab some more steel. We're going to need a lot of steel when we go down below, so I wonder if I can access... This thing doesn't have access to the oxygen, does it? Let's find out, because if it does, that's going to be real nice for us right now, because we're running low on oxygen. Come on, give me some O2. Where's the O2? We got all these different compartments, but no O2. Ah, there we are. We do. Alright, that's brilliant. Cool. Alright, let's go back to what we're doing here. We got 100 of those. Go ahead and grab 200 of those. 200 of those. 8 of those. Okay. Alright, well, that's how it goes. Drop that, and we'll take 7 of those. Huh. Oh, that's right. I got the small... Oh, okay, so this was a change. I went with a... I got us a smaller storage in a backpack because I kind of wanted to be able to make it so that it's not quite as Santa Clausy. More realistically. So, yeah, that's where that came from, guys. We definitely need hydrogen containment in here, though. Oh boy. Ow. Yeah, we're definitely going to need some hydrogen. That hydrogen tank's going to need to have something in it. I also think it would be really cool to put some So I think that in addition to having all of that on the outside, we want to definitely think about doing some containers. How are we doing on that? All right, we're not quite there yet. That's okay. But I'm thinking like we'll move this in here, and we'll get some containers in play in the storage room there. And we also want to get some bed. We want to get like a bed or two in here. That way there's a place to sleep. So we want to get this thing up. This is going to be like a habitat that we're going to tear apart and put into a base, but you want to be able to have it so that you're capable of doing what you got to do. Here's our access point to this. So we got our hydrogen tank there. We got that's on there. Now we have an access point there that we could run a piping to over here. Which actually right there could be the place to put the other. Okay. You know what? We're gonna drop pipes and we're gonna drop that off in there. We're gonna sit down and get a charge up real quick. I'll be right back. Guys, we're back, and we're back in here. We are going to go down there and get some more iron. Yeah, there's that scimitar again. I don't think they've figured out that we're over here yet. So I think that that's good, and I think it gives us an advantage that we're going to be able to take advantage of big time, because we still have so much of this to take on, and that's okay. I want to get all this material in here, get that thing set up so that we can drop it on the moon. Once we get that on the moon there, we're going to be set. And then we'll start our base. I kind of want to see if, I want to try to get where at least there's ice. At least ice. I would like to be relatively close to some ores. But we are a salvage operation, not a mining operation primarily. So, you know. So, but here's the thing. We can make tools, munitions, equipment with our assemblers, and we can make basic materials. So ideally we'd want to be close to places like iron deposits, nickel deposits, silicone deposits, because all those things contribute to what we can build with the survival kit, which also gives us a respawn point, which is really nice. Because you kind of need that, otherwise it's game over. But we're gonna definitely want to have plenty of cargo containers, so we're really going to be looking for cargo containers like a lot. Basically, the salvage rules that we're going to play with, I was thinking about this, I spoke about this earlier. Full salvage rules in play, which means anything with a any grid, any kind of block that has a computer chip must be salvaged. Anything that does not have a computer chip may be constructed. However, the assemblers do not produce components, so we have to use the components that come with the survival kit, and then we'll have to salvage everything else, other components. So it's really critical that we get this salvage operation up and running ideally the way we want it. And we're going to need a lot of storage for components. We're going to need warehousing for parts, stuff like that. I want to have a really good salvage operation going by the time we get this thing done. And ice mining is a mining we can do. Which, why do we have a... Oh, that's weird. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, since this is something we can construct, I'm going to go ahead and get this in place. So I'm going to see about getting our... Because I want the... Because here's the thing, if we can get the Regina landed on a platform at the base, once we get the base built, then that means that it's basically like a static bunker, because there won't be any access to the underside, which is where the least amount of weapon systems are. So if we can get this thing down, and plus we have a lot of work we have to do on her. She's been beaten up in multiple combat situations, and she needs some serious, like, TLC, man. I'm telling you, she's been beat up pretty bad. Alright, so did we line that up right? We did not. Alright, let's get this thing lined up right. Because thrusters are one of those things that we can build under the salvage rules that we have established. So let's see here. I'm close enough where I can do this. Okay, right there. Boom, like that. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and we're going to drop the steel plate part of it here. This is secondary to our project down here, however. This is far more important. We need to get this done. This takes precedence, because without this in place, we're going to be in trouble when the time comes. So I want there to be... Alright, so we're going to need a lot of... we're going to need a whole lot of motors, which is kind of really the big thing right now. Let's see here. Gonna weld up all this stuff in here. Alright, well that took care of all that. Let's go ahead and drop this in here. We're gonna transfer food supplies and things like that. I definitely want the seeds to transfer over here. Oh, that's right. We were gonna put up, get the hydroponics set up going on too. One of the things we wanted to do with Regina was set up hydroponics up in this cargo area here, but as it turns out, it turned into a literally a cargo hold. So yeah, that's how that goes. We have turbines here for atmospherics, but you know, such as it is. Let's see here. Brain fry right at this moment. All right, let's go ahead and I want to move these right now. Let's go ahead and move the these things up to where they need to go, which will probably lock onto the, I'm guessing it's going to probably lock onto these things, or it might not even be available because of that, so we're going to have to find out. I'm thinking in terms of the, good gravy. I'm thinking in terms of our landing gear. It might not let us do it. I don't know, we'll see. Ah, it will. Oh, yeah, perfect. Right there. Bam. And we could actually probably set them all up here like this. And set one up right here. Like this. Yeah. Because these are all areas where we'll have, like, we'll set up our, we'll have coverage there. I want to set this up where there's going to be, yeah, okay. Right there is going to be good. One right there. Oh, need steel plates. Alright, cool. That's cool. Alright, no problem. No problem at all. I want to include these because, not only because they're a power source, we have multiple power sources for this, which is important. At least for when I want to set these things up, because you never know. I want this to be able to be something that we can just take from a standpoint of a blueprint, print it out if we want, and then have it ready to go, you see? And then we can just drop it, and it has everything we need to be able to survive right off the get-go. but it does mean that, you know, it is an instant base. It does give us the capability. Now, of course, obviously, if we're playing with a scenario where we can't have a standard, like a regular regular full refinery, say we have to only have a basic, it's still going to be, you know, doable. It just means that we would have to grind down that for components, which is fine. It gives us extra components. How's that bad, you know? Energy is a real problem out here. I notice our exposure levels aren't doing too bad, which is good. So a lot of pirates out here that want to compete for it with things. Now, when we do get this base set up down there, we're going to make sure it's going to be well protected, which means you're going to probably have to hit some ships to get some weapon systems in place. We may end up swiping weapon systems off of the Regina, depending upon how things are, just to get initially set up. But we're going to need to definitely go and get some more stuff. Okay, so those are in place. That's absolutely outstanding. This is good. Now we're going to go ahead and see about getting, let's see, do we have any? We don't have anything for that, so let's get inside here. We need to get, we're going to have a sit down right here. We need to go and get some more steel plates because we want to be able to get our stuff set up for the growing. We need to set up, I replaced the one, however, I want to make sure that we have hydroponics for both the Regina and for the base setup, and that's okay. So we're going to definitely do that. So here's what I'm going to do. I think what I'm going to do is we're already running into almost close to 2 hours on this episode. So I see that holler and I think, man, that thing's hauling. So what I'm thinking is that I'll get everything in place, and then off camera between episodes I'll weld everything up. So let's go ahead and get that done, and then that way you guys don't have to sit here and watch me weld all the time, which is, I mean, I'm talking, so I'm sure that you guys are listening and paying attention, or you're just listening to this. I did have one person say that they like to listen to this like a sleep thing. So I was like, okay, well, that works. I've never thought of listening to space engineers as a sleep thing, but hey, if it helps you sleep, I'm okay with that. I'm cool, you know. So, but yeah, I'm just thinking I'll get this welding out of the way, and we'll dive right into the launching of it. So let's go ahead and get all the pieces and parts in place, which is why we're going to get all this steel plate right now. We're going to fill up on steel plate, get these things in place. We also have passages we need to get lined up inside, and we'll get this thing completely laid out. That way, between episodes, I can go ahead and do some work getting that welded up for you guys. It looks like the scimitar is not attacking, it's patrolling, like it doesn't have any interest over here, which is perfect. They still don't know where we are, which is absolutely okay. The web found us, but that's okay. Those guys are pesky. But the fact is that the pirates have not figured out where we are, and that is good. It means we can hit them if we need to. So we're going to get some of these too. I'm going to do a nice blend of these construction materials. We're going to need these for the passages and stuff like that. Whatever we don't use after because we're going to fill the cargo containers with as much materials as we can. And then once it's welded up, and then whatever's left over, we'll go to the Regina. Okay, why am I always get turned around with this thing. So, yeah, that's the thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and get stuff. Now, this is all going to be steel plate, and we're not going to screw with that right now. That I'll fill that in. Everything here is steel plate all the way around. Fun fact, though, by the way, these parachute hatches do not have to be externally exposed. You can cover them, and they will still put a parachute out. Go figure. In case you didn't know that. Okay, so let's get down inside here and get to the nitty-gritty. The nitty-gritty in this case is going to be... We're going to set this... let's go with the same gray as this. We're going to do that. Okay. So, we got a couple things we need to do. We need to get the hydroponics in place. This is where we're going to have the glass roof right up here, which we'll install. Actually, we'll do that right now. But actually, no, first we're going to get the grow stuff in place. Now, for the hydroponics, because you have to have... Oh, what is going on here? Uh-oh. Oh, we got progression going on. Oh, well, here's the thing. We're supposed to... we don't have any growing material. We never did any growing in here. We just did the kitchen upstairs, so we really didn't have any kitchen down here. So yeah, so let's take a look at progression. We may have to build something to progress and get that. So wait, let's look at the progression tree. What do we need to be able to do our grow? We need to be able to have... Okay, it looks like... Okay, farm plots look... Where's the farm plots at? I don't see it. Oh wait, here, is this it? We gotta have... Oh, wait a minute. We had an assembler. Okay, speed modules, okay. I'm trying to see where the... Where is the... Doors? No. Where is the farm plots at? Huh. Okay. Nope. Still not that. What the hell? Okay, oxygen farms. Okay. H2O generators. Okay. We need to make a... Where is the... Okay, I'm really not seeing it here. Where are you? Oh, wait. Here we go. Algae farm. Kit assembler. Okay, so we have to build an algae farm, and then that will build kit assembler, and then that... Okay, so in order to do that, we have to build an algae farm. Well, that's interesting. Alright, well, as I said, because it's a new install, we don't include that in on our salvage. So we need to build an algae farm somewhere, huh? Okay. Well, we left that open so that we could be able to put a weapon system there. So we're not really going to put an algae farm there, are we? We got a landing spot for the drone. Okay, there's our jump drive. Wow, we got hit hard right here. I see there's a chunk missing. They almost hit the jump drive. That's not good. Alright, took some hits there too, it looks like. They were going for my jump drive. That's not good. That's definitely not good, guys. Alright, so maybe set up an algae farm on here? Or we could set up an algae farm on here. On here might be a better option. And I know just the place right here, maybe, off this side right here. Because we can set it up like that. So let's go ahead and get an algae farm in place here. And then that way we can be able to do the other stuff. So let's see here. Where is that at? That's an oxygen farm. Alright, so algae farm. Here you are, algae farm. Let's get you installed. And then what we're going to do here, let's see, we've got, let's do, actually we'll do an inset light here just so that we have something occupying this location. And the inset light will face it indoors. There we go. Alright. We have to get the algae farm in place first because that is what's going to be making us have the other, so that's fine. What do we got for component parts? Let's go ahead and get the rest of this. We're gonna need some, let's see, glass. Let's get some glass. We need more piping. Alright, let's go ahead and get this loaded in here, and then we'll get the other laid out. Okay, 23. And we need computer components. Alright, this should do it, hopefully. Now we need more glass. Alright. Kind of like those oxygen things, except it's algae. And this actually works out well because it'll actually build up a significant algae supply, which will be really nice. Alright. Which will give you a starter set of food, you know. Alright, so now we have that in place. So now that we have built that, we can go ahead and build the other stuff. So the irrigation will have to go right here, and then this is where we'll put the food plot here. So let's go ahead and get that in place, and then we're going to go ahead and call this an episode. This is, of course, our food processing unit here. That is going to be, we're going to set that right here. That way it's accessible via connector to here, and then that will connect to here, which will be where our food production will be. What in the world's going on here? Oh, we probably have to set that up, don't we? Yep, we do. Irrigation system, probably we have to do this. Alright, fine. Fine, do it. See if I care. Alright, we got a motor in here. Nope, we don't. Alright, let's go get some motors. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to get it all laid out. But I want to be able to lay it out before I call this an episode, and then I'll set it all up. But no, it doesn't want to do that. It's like, I want you to do progression first. That's what it's saying. So fine, we'll do progression. How about that? We need motors. Okay, and then what was the other thing we needed? Motors and components. Alright, let's get this food processing unit in place, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, oh, displays. We need displays. It would be a lot easier, though, if I actually had the connector built. But we'll get that. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, another thing I've decided I want to start doing on my builds is including fireworks, and I want to key them to events. That way we can, like, it's like an alert, you know? Okay, now we can do what we want to do, which is set up our irrigation system. Alright, let's do that. Let's get that irrigation system in place. It's right there. Let's go ahead and get some farm plots on here. Of course we do. Why wouldn't we need interior plates? Why not? Alright, farm plot 1, farm plot 2. And then we need to set up piping to get to
Energy low.
So pipe 1. Oh, come on. There we go. that. And like that. Okay, we got the pipe in place. We got that in place. Good to go there. And yeah. So what we'll do here is we'll set up a walkway. Well, basically I'll put a walkway up in here so you can get up here. We'll have a ladder going up. I did this in another series. It looked really cool, I thought. And then we'll have a passageway here. This area up here we'll have, we'll just pretty much have it be like, I don't know, maybe set up some event controllers and things like that if we have any available left over. It's all about salvage, guys, so we'll get that gridded up. We do have to get some beds, so maybe we'll set up a bed right here, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll see what we're going to do. Anyways, that's going to be an episode for us. Thank you so much for joining me on Scrapyard Pirates Life, and we'll see you again next episode. This is amazing. I'm glad to be back to doing this. I like my Scrapyard stuff. So thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you next time.